everybody, to another week of Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John Potok, and alongside Zach Potok and our new host, due to Taylor having to take a leave of absence.
She couldn't handle me.
Straight from the Big Brother show, Angela Rockstar, welcome to the show. Fake It Till You Make It. We are so glad that you're here.
One of us is.
Thank you so much. I'm pleased to be here, and I'm really excited.
I mean...
What do you mean one of us is?
I thought we were going to get...
She's from a national TV show, Big Brother.
You told me we were going to get Casey, not the 16th best.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
I mean, somebody that didn't win a competition. I mean, it just
I won
was.
the hearts of America.
She did.
Boo-hoo. Who cares about America at this point?
Oh, my God. Here we go. Can we get started with the show? We got a lot to cover.
Yeah, I'm super
You guys
excited.
are boring me. Let's go.
All right. So, anyway, Angela, welcome to the show. Fake It Till You Make It is kind of ran the same way as Big Brother, combined with Survivor, and even a little bit of combination with the challenge. So we're glad that you're here, and welcome. And with that being said, let's just kind of jump right in. We're coming in off of last week where Nick was sent home by a vote of 7-1 against Ron. Turned out to be a great debate. Leaving it all out on the table there, Ron was exposing his relationship with Triana.
He was trying to get my girl in the bathroom week one.
Nick also revealed that he had a relationship with Triana in the bathroom.
If only you knew.
Wow.
If she wants to do something with you in the bathroom, that's on her.
She's getting passed around like a blunt.
Oh, my God.
I felt like it really endeared me to Triana, and that was a girl after my own heart. That's right, honey. You work that angle.
Oh, there you go. This week is even bigger because now some lines have been drawn in the sand. You have Triana, Ron, looks like they got Gage and possibly Rochelle hanging on that side of the fence, where you have Drew, you have Tiffany, Nick is now gone. Who knows? I think Blaze might be in there with them a little bit as well. There's some real battle lines starting to form and alliances. So it gets back to the fact of moving forward. Will the voting be strategic or will it be emotional? And right now it looks like we're on a freight train. Yeah, it looks like we're on a freight train with emotions, and it's going to be exciting to see what happens.
Yes, I definitely can't wait. But at the same time, though, we all know it's all off emotions. But at the same time, though, with the strategic side, who draws for the chip on a week-to-week basis as well, to cause ruckus in the lines for the voting.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to explain a little bit more of the rules with Angela. So the money chip is something that people can draw for. It's kind of on the grounds of an immunity idol in Survivor. So there's 20 black chips in a box and 1 green chip. If they decide to draw for it, whether they get it or not, they lose their vote. So you could technically, if your vote is needed to help an alliance member who is on our chopping block in our debate, now you're not going to be able to help them out because of you drew for the money chip, you lost your vote, and heaven forbid if one of your alliance members go home killing your numbers because your selfishness of drawing for the money chip. It's a key factor in the game, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes down. It has already played a couple times in the season.
Yeah, I imagine that could be really beneficial if you have the green chip and one of you or an alliance member is on the chopping block and you need to pull them down for your benefit. I think that definitely adds another level to the game, that you could share that experience as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get into today's competition. Today's competition is the bomb competition. And what that entails is they're going to have a box with, I believe it's 10 different color strings. And in a sequence, there's going to be a bunch of colors named, and then at the end of that sequence, they're going to have a riddle of which one they should be cutting. Of course, there's a lot of memory involved in this, but some of it has to do with smarts as well. And we obviously, just like every competition, we take it down till there's one, and there'll be a champion. in theory, this is a brain competition or a smarts competition, so this does tend to favor
The
a
women,
lady.
right?
That is
Yeah, of
correct.
course,
That
yeah,
does.
Right.
Well,
Makes sense.
all the women on our cast are definitely the most unintelligent people, but we won't go
Oh,
there.
here we go. Here we go. So this is what you're going to have to deal with. We welcome you to the show, but it's also probably a punishment for you because now you have to deal with Zach all season. He's the angriest guy on TV. So with that being said, heading into the competition, do we have any early picks on who might win this? I mean, since you're the female hater of the group.
I'm going to go with Keenan on this one for this week.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Do you have a possible?
I think I'm gonna go with Rochelle. I like her, and or Triana. Those are probably my
Both
two
people
picks.
will be out first round. Mark my words.
Could she say anything right that's going to make you happy over there, Mr. Angry Guy?
It just, those two, do you guys even look at them? I mean, they look like they had no strategy going in week to week.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say Tiffany. So go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I'll say she's probably got the most highest IQ.
Oh,
so
a compliment.
I will say she's probably out round 2, though.
Okay.
I absolutely love this competition. I'm excited about it. I like memory comps. I think it really has the opportunity to shake up some things. I'm really looking
How many
forward
times, I know you being experienced on Big Brother, obviously, do competitions like this get people mad where alliances could crumble?
Well, if the bond is strong enough, the alliance isn't really going to crumble until it's time to crumble it, because there can only be one winner in any one of these competitions. So eventually you got to do what you got to do. I do think that people can very much get agitated with each other, especially if you're relying on somebody that needs to win this comp
Correct.
for your group. Or if you have someone that has totally said, I will slay this competition, and you're like, oh yeah, all right, well, we've got it in the bag with them, and then they end up not being able to remember yesterday. Or
Right. Okay, well, with that being said, let's take you down to the warehouse and let's check out the bomb competition. Okay, everybody, we're here in the bomb challenge. We're going to be named a sequence of colors.
Today's challenge looks a lot of fun. Cutting colors, memorization. I got this.
Make sure you
Did not see a guy winning this one. This has something to do with memory.
Who's going to be the first out, though? That's what I want to know. Angela, what do you think?
True, yeah, definitely.
White, brown. Cut the color that was named fit.
I do like the challenge. I think it is very a good idea, but I'm not good at remembering stuff.
After it goes past 4 colors, my brain starts scrambling and I don't even remember.
We practiced a little bit with 4 or 5 color schemes, and then that first one went to at least 8, and I lost it at 5.
3, 4.
Drew's smiling over there already. He knows he got it wrong already.
Well, let's see how many actually get eliminated in this first one. That's going to be interesting.
These colors, I feel like I just gotta look at them, as he called them. Just look at them, and I think I get it done.
It's not looking good for me, guys, but we're gonna wish, for the best. Expect the worst, because my brain cells are long gone.
The answer was green.
Gage is happy.
Yeah, he might go far in this.
I wasn't doing too good. I messed up the first one. I tried to count it and keep it in my hands on the color. And the first one, I twisted them up and lost instantly, right out.
He's out.
I sucked at it.
It just wasn't my kind of challenge.
I'm honestly surprised at how many people were out so soon.
Is everybody already gone? Just about?
Wow, that just eliminated a bunch.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3.
Down to final
4,
5 already.
I'm usually really good with memorizing stuff and stuff like that, but when it came down to it, I actually didn't do as well as I thought I was going to do.
Gage just standing there looking confident.
The bomb setup is kind of wishy-washy for me. It throw me off, but I'm gonna do the best I can on this challenge today.
I think Allie's was a guess. Ron seems like he's on it.
I knew going into this I was the smartest person on the show.
Pink, yellow, purple, black, blue, red, white. Cut the color that was before blue. I lost track of that one.
Yep.
Oh, look at Drew.
He is looking. Look at him.
Look at Gage. He got that done right away. Gage may be a threat to this competition.
And Drew just waited for Ron.
Look, Tiffany cheated too. Wait till last second.
The first time I looked at somebody and it helped me, and then I looked at another person and it did not.
The challenge was a little hard for me to memorize the colors in order since they were all mixed up on the box. I didn't do too great. I was out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We just lost everybody but Cheatin' Drew and Ron. So this ought to be interesting to see how this goes. Can't believe, oh, there they go. They're going to make them split up.
We're 2 rounds in. First 2 rounds I completely looked at Ron's because I had no clue what I was doing. Luckily, he picked the right ones.
They got the divider now. Drew ain't got nobody to cheat off of.
Orange, blue, pink, red, yellow. Cut the color that was named between orange and pink. Any early predictions?
No-brainer. This is a Ron competition.
3, 4. The answer was blue. You both got it right. The anticipation is killing me now. Like, what is going to happen? Drew is now being divided by Ron. Here we go. Let's hear these colors. Next one. Brown, pink, orange, yellow, blue, red, white. Cut the first and last colors that I just said.
Oh, that's a easy one.
Brown
there.
and white.
Brown and white, yeah.
The answer was brown and white. You both got it right again. They both got it right. Wow. So
Challenge starts, we're cutting strings, cutting wires. I'm thinking about Triana because she's kind of a bomb and I have to diffuse her all the time.
ready.
Just let him duke it out.
Brown, pink, purple, blue, red, white, orange. Cut the first color that was named after pink. 1, 2. Well, Drew's stepping back real far after, but he did cut it before he stepped back.
He
so
did.
The 2 before the last one, I knew the last one, I just winged it and just cut a color and it happened to be the right one.
the first one to come up with the answer wins. You can just yell it out loud.
Drew screwed.
The question is,
He has to think on this one.
using the first letter of the colors remaining, be the first to tell me what type of person would make these bombs. Loser. Said loser. There's only 4 colors left. Any ideas?
Ron's winning.
There's 4 colors left. How do you get Oscar? There's only 4 colors.
Oscar.
Drew definitely cheated his way through high school. You can tell that.
No. Corey. Keep going. Have you use all the letters? Yes, you have to use all the letters. 4 letters. Pyro's correct. Ron wins. Pyro. There we go. He got it. All right. Well, it looks like Ron has won it.
Yeah! Can't believe I just lost that to Ron.
All right, well, that was an interesting competition.
I'm winning next week. You know, I've come in last place the past 5 weeks, but things are gonna change next week.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fake It Till You Make It. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. We have a champion, and quickly, that competition didn't last long. I guess so much for memory. Ron is our champion. What do you think?
I mean, I called it America. Rochelle, Triana both out first round. Tiffany out second.
Here we go.
I mean, I just call it how I see it. I knew a guy was winning this week. I thought Keenan would, but it is what it is.
He was also out first round, just for the record.
Hey, it is what it is at this point.
Okay.
I think we know how Drew made it through school. He must have
Yes.
sat next to someone
Very-
with good grades, or at least decent grades.
How about the fact that he pretty much looked at Ron almost every time to get the answer, and then even when it was divided, he got lucky on a couple of the cuts. The answer was blue. You both got it right. And then, of course, you know, the hosts asked, hey, with the colors, the first letter of every color remaining, which there was only 4, and it was P-Y-R-O, so it was P, yellow, red, and orange.
Can we talk about him saying Oscar?
There's 4 colors left. How do you get Oscar?
How do you spell a word?
Oscar, how do you get Oscar? R-O-P-Y.
That or loser, one of the two. I mean, Drew is a loser, but I mean, we're not going to go. We're not going to go there, but
take it easy.
Oscar. I wonder if he knew a bomb maker named Oscar. That's just so funny to me.
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah, I mean, where do you get Oscar from on that? But anyway, we don't call him Mr. Main Event for nothing. He is the entertainment factor. His one-word answers in his confessionals, all the way to Oscar being 4 letters. He's Mr. Main Event for a reason, right?
It's called stupidity.
So let's get back to the champion. Ron obviously now brings the tide his way. Who does he put up?
If I could take out Drew this week, I just have a feeling.
What do you think?
I think that would be a smart move for him to take out Drew. Perhaps he goes with one of their other allies, though maybe Tiffany. That might be a good move. That would be kind of strong, since I feel she's a good competitor.
Well, you had Nick last week, who was Drew's ally, put up Ron and Triana, so it would make sense for Ron to come back and put up Drew and Tiffany now that Nick's gone.
You would think, but I mean, the way these people play, God only knows.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's take it back down to the warehouse and find out who Ron nominates for the chopping block.
I know who I have in mind ready to go home today, so I'm just happy to, be on top for once.
Tell us who you're nominating and why.
I feel safe. That's my boy. I feel good. I'm comfortable. I don't even care about winning. As long as he did, I don't even care.
It's conspiracy. We got enemies close by, so we got to be a little bit quiet.
Oh, yeah. The whole time.
I got to be honest, this week, it's my first win. I was asking that for a second.
I felt pretty safe with Ron winning because I'm not that big of a threat to him.
With Ron winning the challenge, I'm ready and good. So I ain't got to worry about who want to get me off.
All right. I'm going to go for the 2 biggest threats that I see in the game to me right now.
I think I'm good, but I don't really trust him and Triana. I feel like they have something going on.
Me and Ron don't have particularly an alliance, but we are slightly helped each other out a few times.
Ryan and I made a little deal last week, that if, I voted out Nick, who was my ally, we was gonna not put each other up. So I feel like I'm pretty safe this week, hopefully. But, we'll see.
It's got to be Drew. Drew and Eric.
I even asked him going down into the challenge room if he was gonna do any weird, behind the back weird shit, if he was gonna do anything, and I just had that feeling, and he said no. And then he ended up putting my brother up on the thing, and I just felt a weird vibe.
With Ron winning, I still felt safe, but I had no idea what direction we were going to go.
And there you have it. We kind of called it. We said Drew and Tiffany, but instead it was Drew and Eric.
I'm not going to lie. When I put Eric and Drew up there, nothing against Eric, because really he's in my alliance, but, it's got to the point where I got to get rid of threats.
He's clearly going for some big guys this time. He's trying to get some big targets out this week. Is that a smart move, or what do you think?
It's smart to a point, but I didn't see the Eric one coming. I thought it was going to be Drew Tiffany personally, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they have some secret beef that we don't know about.
Yeah, so that threw me for a loop because me and Ron had an alliance going with a couple other people, and we've been staying faithful to it week after week, and then all of a sudden he puts my name out there, so that just broke everything up, and now Ron's a target.
Ron is a very unpredictable person right now, and I have no idea what's going on with him. When he put Eric up, I didn't know why. We were all pretty tight, so this has disrupted the flow of everything, and we're all kind of reshaking it.
What do you think strategy-wise?
I think strategically, I would have put up Tiffany, but I think that he chose Eric because Eric is a big dude. Maybe he's going to do really well in some more physical comps coming up. So it's not, I wouldn't say it was the worst move at all.
With Ron winning, I felt pretty confident. We have a pretty good alliance with him and Triana. So I didn't necessarily feel scared or anything like that. I mean, you always, you might possibly get picked, but I felt pretty good with him being the winner.
I got mixed feelings because, Ron threw me under the bus last week with the whole bathroom kerfuffle situation, whatever you want to call it. I'm an innocent victim, by the way.
I think I would have did Drew and Tiffany, and try to maybe even make a new alliance, because Eric hasn't been in anybody's radar.
Yeah.
So why put him out there and put a crosshair on yourself with another big threat? You're only going to get rid of one. I think I would have did Drew and Tiffany. I think it's probably a smarter move strategically.
And that's what I would have thought too, but who knows? Who knows what goes on around Ted?
So let's talk about the rest of the castmates, bringing in the third one for the pardon challenge.
I already made 2 decisions, so I'll let y'all make the third decision.
We out there, both Eric and Drew. We got 2 boys.
Boys, that's right. So
Why not put Gage up there with them?
I say we throw another boy in there.
I'm about to skip the third man.
I did have to save my ass though. I had to put Blaze out there because they was trying to get me.
we don't have to wait.
Oh, you said Gage? That's what she said.
It was like, put the 3 strongest people up there. I'm like, no, put him up there. He ain't been up there.
I'm hearing Blaze and I'm hearing Gage.
Gage said Blaze?
I was not going for it.
Blaze, what you thinking?
Lighten it up. I'm tired of waiting until 5:30. I say chase her out.
Oh!
That's funny. Last week we said until 5:30, even when we were here on time. So.
She almost won the competition last week. And she could be a threat.
Everybody's playing with straight emotion. I'm a threat. I'm a threat. I've won, I almost won a competition. I'm definitely not a threat.
I have one shit.
First competition I almost won.
Yeah, Chase.
The
Let's go
very
back
first
on
one.
Okay.
Go back
You've
on
been in the
Chase.
bottom 3 for 3 weeks now, though, right?
Oh!
That's right. That's right. And even before we started.
I say you come in out of the way, man. There are threats.
So, guys, you might want to lean in Chase's way if she's trying to get the bet out. Alright, that's enough. I think we're good.
I say we get all this person out of here. Let's get him out, right? I say we go for the old guy.
That's just so discriminatory.
So I said it's up in the air, so I guess we'll see where it goes.
I usually go for a majority.
Chase.
Oh shit.
Chase.
Man, Blaze.
Chase.
Majority vote Chase.
Oh man, here goes the majority. Chase.
Tiffany.
Blaze.
Blaze.
I hear you, Gage. I hear you, brother.
Chase. Everybody went there.
Lucky I can't vote for you. I guess I gotta do Chase.
Okay, we are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
That was brutal.
Yeah, they select Chase out of the blue. Another kind of wow.
That's not surprising. I mean, they put her up every week. I mean, she's just like the pawn.
Trying to get the third person selected, I personally try to go for a guy, another larger threat. I guess apparently everybody wanted to choose me. Kind of random, but that did happen.
Well, I think it's more so because I think Blaze, who's he's not with Ron and them though, but you know, that other side is really trying. He's really got a target on Chase and Allie.
You've been in the bottom 3 for 3 weeks now, though, right? Blaze?
I think he's going to try to do what he can to push that going forward as well.
Well, it worked again this week.
Well, it sure did. So anyway, the pardon competition this week. You want to explain it a little bit?
Yeah, so it's a bigger version of the game left, right, center. So everybody starts off with 3 fake it till you make it dollar bills. And if you go right, you have to put your $1 bill to the right, center, or left. So basically, however many dollar bills you have, that's how many dice you roll. The max dice you can roll is 3. But when it comes to this, it's just all a game of luck. So with it being lucky, I'm going to say Chase wins this one. That's just me personally.
What do you think, Angela?
Between Drew, Chase, and Eric, I think that I'm going to pull for Eric because I don't really feel like he should have been up there anyway. So I'm going to go with him.
And I think it's anybody's, because it is luck. I also think Chase has that weird luck sometimes, but so does Drew. I think I'm going to go with Chase as well. So anyway, there's only one way to find out. Let's take you down. Let's see who wins the pardon competition.
Ready?
So you just want to drop them in front of you. Go. So you have one to the right. You take one bill and hand it to the right.
Here. Yeah, there you go.
Drew, you pick up the dice and you're the next roll.
Well, looks like we're playing a game of chance. You know, I guess it's going to be anyone's game. But, you know, I love playing CLR, so we'll see how it goes.
One in the center, one to the left. Eric, your roll, all 3 dice. Two in the center. Chase, you can roll 2 dice now because you only have 2 bills.
The other one all the way, so it doesn't get confused.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. One to the right. One dice for Drew. Right. Chase has 2. Eric has 4. Eric, you roll all 3.
Come on, right. All 3 of them right. All 3 of them right.
2 center, 1 left. 2 center, 1 left. Chase now has 3, and it's her turn to roll 3.
All left.
Left, right, center. Put 1 each way. She's not out yet. She's not out. Drew rolls 1. If he gets the center or he gets the left, it's over. Eric wins. He keeps it. Eric rolls 2 dice.
Come on, right center. Right center. Center left.
Left center. He's not out yet. Chase, roll 1.
Center.
Center. Drew wins.
I think that's just based on luck.
Yeah, right off of the rip in the challenge, I thought Chase was going to be out. She got down to, she had no money left on it, and then I had like 5 or 6 on the table. Thought I was going to win, and then I had a couple bad throws, and turns out I got down low. Drew got lucky. He ended up winning it.
Welcome back, everybody. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it. None of us did pick him.
Yeah.
But Drew has won the pardon competition.
Drew, I'm coming for you no matter what. I want this to be your final week, but since you have a chance of winning, I'm still gonna wish the worst for you.
Seeing Drew win the challenge, the little pardon challenge, it's kind of scary because, you know, he's a big threat to everybody.
I'm feeling a little nervous for Ronnie because, you know, Drew is strong and he definitely gonna come after Ronnie. They've been having some tense between each other, and I know one of them gonna be ready to handle it and finish it.
So now we're into the pardon, and you know, I didn't know which way I wanted to go. I thought about the 2 strong guys competing against each other. I'd be okay with that.
I kind of wanted my brother to win the pardon, so it could have been Chase and Drew, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think Drew just got lucky right away. I thought Chase was going to be out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm good. I got like 4 or 5 of these numbers up here. Drew's going to be out, and then it all flipped around. I had a couple bad throws, and sure enough, he wins.
Yeah, I wanted Drew to go home because he put me up last week. He's pretty strong in the competitions. He's got to go. He wins, and I'm crushed.
With the pardon, I was really hoping it was not Drew. Anyone else could have been cool other than Drew because he is the biggest threat. I'm sorry to say that. It's just facts.
Well, I wasn't taking myself off, thankfully. You know, I can't believe that prick Ron put me up, you know, so I'm glad I took myself off.
Welcome back, everybody. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
The big epic battle between Eric versus Chase in court. Judge Joe presiding. The big debate coming. Well, how do you feel that one's going to go, Angela?
You know, Chase is really spicy. She's a good talker. I think that I think it might go in her favor. I'm thinking.
You think she's got what it takes? We haven't heard anything from Eric, and you're right. Chase has been very spicy on the show. She's definitely not afraid to say what she wants and what's on her mind. Eric has been a pretty athletic but quiet type of guy.
I was going to say, he's laid low this whole time, so it's going to be interesting to see how he actually acts.
But there is a factor that we're all leaving out here. Eric drew for the money chip. Eric has the money chip.
Oh, does he?
Now, does Eric feel confident to where he just says, I'm not using it this week because he feels like, oh, I can beat Chase no matter what?
I really feel that he does have the numbers on his side, but I think it would be one of those bad moves in reality TV, the guy that keeps the immunity idol in his pocket and then goes home type moves. There's no way a smart guy like Eric will let that happen. What do you think?
I agree. I think if you've got the power and you can take yourself off, take yourself off.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what you would do in a situation,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah. I mean, you have
100%.
to. So let's just kind of count on Eric using it.
But
Think
Eric
about
gets
it.
to
Eric,
pick the nomination, though,
right.
too.
Eric doesn't really have enemies. However, he can't pick Ron, who's originally the one that put him on the block. Who does Eric pick to replace him?
I mean, just to kind of get the least amount of blood on your hands, I would go Drew, personally. Because, I mean, he was already on the block from the jump, so why not just put him up there?
And he has no reason to get blood on his hands. Who would you, who do you think he's going to take?
I mean, that makes sense a lot, but I was kind of thinking, to take one of Ron's allies, perhaps, and kind of a spite move of, you put me up, I'm going to hit one of your people that I know that you're working with.
So who are you thinking?
Maybe my girl Triana, maybe she goes up.
I was actually leaning that same way. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, Ron, I can't get you, but I'm going for the next best thing. Clearly, you've drawn a line in the sand. Why not come get,
Wouldn't that be something? And if Triana really did go home, if that were to be the case?
Well, and that would backfire because of Ron. That's right. On Ron's winning week, Triana would, this is definitely starting to be exciting where we're, who knows what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. But once again, only one way to find out. We're going down to the courtroom, Judge Joe presiding, to watch Eric versus Chase.
Welcome, everybody. Court is now in session. We have Eric and Chase up for debate to see who stays in the game.
Y'all want to lose? Keep Eric in the game because he's obviously the real threat. I mean, I've never even won a competition yet, guys.
So we're sitting there. I'm ready for Chase and Eric to just go head to head. Both really cool people, but both can really go, honestly. I'm all about me. You guys know this.
Before we start, does anyone have the money chip and do they wish to use it at this point in time?
I have the chip.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. So, Eric, now that you've announced that you have the chip, do you wish to take yourself off of the debate and replace yourself with another contestant?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, we were going to have Eric take a second and choose who will replace him for the debate. Eric, as you do, please bring up the chip.
I gotta prove it.
Yeah. Wow.
Money! All right. It was a huge game thrower.
Now
Okay,
to see
so-
who we switch.
Triana. I'm not gonna bring it up, okay? You're safe, Triana.
Wow.
Drew, you got by lucky today, but not so lucky.
Yeah, I just put Drew up there because he was in the challenge. It made more sense, I felt. Rather than pull some random person out of the crowd and make an enemy out of there, it seemed like an easy gateway to just put him up there, kind of avoid a little bit of, backlash from that.
So, Eric, you are choosing Drew to take your place. Eric, please step down. Drew, please come to the debate stand. Okay, so now that Eric has chosen to use the chip, he has chosen Drew to replace him for the debate. At this time, we're going to give Drew a moment to gather his thoughts, and we will come back right to you. At this time, court is in recess.
Okay, we are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And wow, what an interesting turn of events that happened in the courtroom. It's starting to get a little rowdy there in Judge Joe's quarters.
That's definitely true. I mean, Drew looks as dumb as he looked on that podium. I mean, he was so shocked.
So just to fill everybody in, it was going in Eric versus Chase. We knew Eric had the money chip. Eric plays the money chip and replaces himself with Drew. Drew totally didn't see it coming. You could tell by his face.
You know, going into the jury, sitting there, you know, I kind of felt that Eric might have had the chip. He just seemed way too smiley and happy to be up on the debate stand. So wasn't no surprising that he had it, you know. But I am a little surprised he put me up. But then again, not really. I guess I was a bigger threat.
I was surprised. I was actually surprised that somebody had the green chip. But I could start, like, I had a feeling that Eric had it because he started to smile when he started to ask about it. But when he put Drew up there, I was shocked because I felt like him and Drew had a good connection. But, like, once again, I'm not mad. It's not me, so I can't complain.
When Eric pulled that chip and he said Triana's name, I'm like, oh, it's about to be a fight. But then he did a little switcheroo. He put Drew up there. Everybody was shocked. At that point, everybody was shocked. They done did a switcheroo like me. You feel me? I was mad. I was shocked. But hey, shit happens.
So here we are. People are on the block. Next thing you know, Eric pulls a chip out of his pants. But he didn't need it. I mean, I'm telling you, we were strong. We were gonna, you know, Chase was on her way out, and I wanted her to be out. But that changed everything. So then he puts Drew up. And with Drew, that kind of messed me up because Drew is a strong player, but I have it out for Chase.
Right before the debate, I found out that Eric had the chip, so I don't know, I kind of thought that he was going to go for Drew. And that's what he did because Drew's the biggest threat right now, honestly. So it's sad to see him go, but I think it was definitely needed.
I was feeling pretty confident when I first got up there, thinking that I probably wasn't going to pull the chip. I wanted to save it for another week, but there was always that risk I could still go home. But I started thinking, who pulled for the chip this week? Which of my alliances can no longer vote for me to stay in? And will they vote for me to stay in? Because Ron, my best man here, just put me up here. So I didn't know what to do at that point, so I figured I'm gonna have to stay, play safe this week, pull the chip.
We're now bringing court back into session. We have Drew and Chase up here for debate. At this time, as the chip has been played, Drew, which place you here, I'm gonna give you both a series of questions to answer, give you some time to answer, and then we'll finish off with one final question from the judge himself. The questions I'm gonna ask at this point are from your castmates. So, Chase, we will start with you ladies first. Between the two of you, who do you think could pull more ladies?
Definitely me. I mean, obviously me. You know, so.
So why do you say that?
I don't think there needs to be much explanation for that question.
Wow. Okay, Drew, so kick off to you there. Same question. Do you think you can pull more ladies than her, and why?
Have you seen my girlfriend?
No.
I'm pretty sure she's the prettiest one in the stands over there. So.
Wow. So you're booed up here. You're booed up here. Okay. Great answer. Thank you both. So on to question number 2 from your castmates again. Drew, this time you're going to go first at this point. Why do you think you're up against someone that clearly isn't a threat?
Why am I up against someone that's not a threat?
Correct.
Well, pretty much because she's not a threat and I am. I mean, that's the reason why I'm up against her, I guess. I guess I was a huge threat too, you know what I'm saying? I put in the bottom, won myself out, back in the bottom again because of Eric, you know, so.
So don't you think that that's kind of reversed in the fact of, me personally, if I'm playing the game, why would I put someone up there that is a big threat versus someone that's not a threat? In my mind, if I'm trying to win this game, I'm going to keep a non-threat. So why do you think that you're here?
Why am I think I'm here? So
Yeah, if you're the big threat, why do you think you're here then?
Because I'm a bigger threat. That's why I'm up here on the block.
Okay, thank you for the non-answer. Chase, we'll go to you on that one. Chase, so why do you think you're up against someone that, per the question, is not a threat?
I would say it's kind of like a no-brainer as to get the threat out. If I was in the jury, that's how I would look at it. I have somebody who's not a threat, and I have pretty much somebody who's been winning the entire competition. I would get out my largest threat.
Okay, thank you. Both for the answers. So Chase, again, we'll kick off with you on this one. Do you think you're a better fit on this show than Drew? And why?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't say better. I mean, we each have our qualities. He's obviously a very strong player, so, you know, that's good. No, I wouldn't say any of us are either better than the other. I think we each have our qualities that are good for the show.
Wait, not to attack him. Drew, your turn here.
I'm absolutely way better for the show than she is. I mean, better looking. I do more.
Do you think your male counterparts would argue that?
Huh? I do. He told me I was charming and handsome earlier.
Aww.
We got fake news right there. We got fake news.
Who's judging?
Answer.
Who's judging?
Well, clearly Ron wasn't.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Chase, back to you on this question. Do you really think you can win this show, and why?
Do I really think I can win the show? Honestly, no, not really. I mean, I think I have my chances. Everybody has their chances, but to be honest, no, I didn't think I was going to come on here and win number one.
So why did you join the show then if you don't feel like you can compete?
Well, I came to compete. I just didn't necessarily think I would win number one.
Okay, just your answer kind of confused me a little bit.
I'm here
Same question to you then, Drew, sorry.
Yes, I think I could definitely win the show. You know, very personable, you know, so I get along with everybody. I mean, thought I was kind of strong in competitions. You know, I only won one, though, but, you know, so. But, yes, I absolutely do think I could win the show.
All right, so Drew,
Not being cocky.
Final question from your castmates before I cap it off with the judges' question. If your friend was on trial, if you were to testify, they'd get no time. But if you did testify, you would get 3 years. Would you testify or not?
That's an odd one.
I mean, if it's my best friend, to get him out of trouble and it's only a possibility, I would do it, you know, just because I'm loyal like that. But, yeah, it would have to be like, you know, like a close friend. It wouldn't just be like no random person, you know what I'm saying? Someone I just acquaintance with. It wouldn't be Eric for sure.
You mean because he exchanged positions with you today?
Exactly. I'll let him roast on that stand.
I could completely see that. Chase, same question for you.
If it is my best friend, yeah, I'd testify. I mean, loyalty over the time that I would take.
Okay, great. Thank you for the answer on that. So, final question. We're going to give you each 30 seconds on this. Drew, you had the last start on this one. So, Chase, we're going to kick you off first on this. In 30 seconds, please explain to me why do you think you should be here over Drew?
I think I should stay over Drew because I'm obviously not the threat. So strategically, that would be everybody's choice. I don't know how everybody's going to vote, obviously. He has friends. We made our alliances. But logically, it would be smart to take out the biggest threat and keep somebody who's not as large of a threat, in my opinion.
Great answer, Drew. Same question to you. Obviously, Chase doesn't feel that she's a threat, and you are a big threat in this game. Your rebuttal, please.
Like I said, my loyalty's good, you know what I'm saying? So if I say we're cool, we're cool. And not to mention in the end, do you think you're going to, if you're standing in the end next to her, who skated through, who's not a threat, do you think you would win? Or do you think you'd have a better chance winning against somebody who is a big threat like me, who people don't like?
Thank you. Thank you both for your incoherent responses there. I truly appreciate them. At this point in time, we are now going to take a recess to let the voting process begin. Court is now at recess.
We are back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
What did you guys think of the battle?
I mean, it wasn't the worst that I've seen. I mean, Drew actually surprised me by creating a target on Tiffany's back, saying that he has the prettiest girl in the world on his side.
Have you seen my girlfriend? I'm pretty sure she's the prettiest one. I'm pretty sure she's the prettiest one.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, too. I mean, so...
Not the smartest game
If you
plan.
have a show, you know, you being in Big Brother, you know, one thing that they always say but always seems to happen is, you know, stay away from the showmance type stuff. Drew's in a showmance, technically, with his girl, Tiffany. And so he gives his lovely lady Tiffany some props, but now you just turned everybody against you.
That ain't
All
gonna
the
help you
females
build the
against you. And her now, that's right.
Because guilty by association. Also, like, all the other women in the room were probably like, excuse me? And
Is that how you would take it if you were in the cast?
I understand you're supposed to like your partner and think that they're the best, but you don't need to outright in a mixed group of people say that this is the most beautiful person in this room.
So it is a slap in the face.
Oh yeah, totally.
Absolutely. I mean,
why were you doing that? That's
Mr.
not
Main
winning-
Event strikes again. It looks
winning things to your side, and then certainly it's going to make things harder for Tiffany when you probably inevitably leave. I mean, after
So that's an early prediction. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I don't think that speech won anyone over.
Yeah.
Except maybe Tiffany. Poor thing.
Yeah, so he'll get one vote at least.
Right. Yeah. Drew's going home though, so
So you think so? The whole plan of Ron getting Eric up there, getting Drew, and then Drew gets himself down, then gets put back up because of the money chip. Eric might have just did some crazy move to get rid of a huge threat in this game.
And now Ron has to watch his back for Eric.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you got Drew and you got Chase. Give it to me quick. Who's going home?
Drew's going home. I'm going to say it's going to be probably 4-1.
Tiffany being the one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I can agree with that. There's probably not a lot we agree on, but I'll agree on that for sure.
Well, you're agreeing with me because I'm obviously the best up here, so we ain't going to go
Oh,
there.
here we go.
Intelligence is the
Can
highest.
you give her some props? I mean, she was on Big Brother.
Okay, great.
She's
She was 16
Angela
best.
Rockstar. She wasn't 16 best. 16 best means the first one to go home. She was on the show forever.
I wanted her first gone, if that counts.
Oh.
I'm staying a long time, so get used to it, baby. I'll be here a while.
I was Team Brett.
Thank you, Angela. I'm glad.
Oh,
here we go.
my God. Now, security.
Yeah.
Security.
You're about to get the claws now. I'm glad you're here, Angela, and I thank you for stepping in. He doesn't represent both of us. Don't worry. The last co-host that was here wanted to swing on him every week as well. So
I mean, Taylor's going to be back next week, so it's no big thing.
Well, let's get into. Actually, she's not going to be back next week. She's taking a leave of absence for.
So I got to deal with this the rest of the season?
You're welcome, America.
Absolutely. You're welcome, Zachary.
Oh, my.
No. All right. Well, let's take it back down to the courtroom. Judge Joe presiding. Let's get the results. Who goes home, Drew or Chase?
Court is now in session. We had a total of 9 people that could have voted today. And with that, we had 4 total people draw for the money chip today. A person who has been deemed fake by their castmates by a vote of 4-1. Drew, you were eliminated from the competition. You have been deemed faked by your castmates, and you're now eliminated from fake it until you make it.
Wow.
Court is now dismissed.
Welcome back. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zach.
And there you have it by a vote. You called this, Zach.
4-1.
Maybe there's some things to your
IQ's high.
madness.
You guys don't know about that.
Oh, here we go. 4-1. Drew does get sent packing. Drew is done. He's been eliminated. He's been deemed fake. He's out of here.
Not a shocker, but a lot of it was because a lot of people drew for the chip, too.
Very good point. This is a time where that does affect some of Drew's allies. Why don't you go ahead and run down who all drew for the chip?
So there's a total of 5 people that drew, including Drew himself, Ron, Gage, Rochelle, and Blaze, all got the black chip of this week.
This week I feel pretty safe. I honestly really don't care who goes home at this point. I feel like I'm on top and I'm untouchable. So I'm going to go ahead and draw for the chip because why not? It is what it is.
I'm drawing for the chip because I don't got no enemies right now. I just got good allies, so I'm gonna take the chance I can with this free time and grab me a chip. And I didn't pull the green one, so I don't get no vote.
I'm just gonna take a chance on the chip. I feel like no one's gonna be, I don't know, I don't think I'm really gonna be in danger that I need to use a vote today, so I'm just gonna pull for the chip and see what happens. Okay.
I keep going back and forth on this chip drawing stuff. I think I've drew more than I haven't, but you know, I still think I'm pretty safe, and I feel that if that chip isn't drawn, I'm saying that this is the last week that I'm going to do it because somebody has it by this week. So I'm going to take it one last draw, and if it isn't there, then I'm good to go. I'll ride this thing out. So here we go. Nothing. Shouldn't have done it.
4-1. Obviously, we know Tiffany's the one that voted for Drew.
He may get lucky tonight.
Oh.
Not on the show, but certainly in life.
In life, there you go.
Yeah.
Why do you always have your mind in the gutter?
I voted for Chase because when she got voted for to go up, she wanted everyone, she said, just send me home. She kind of had that shit attitude and said she didn't want to be here anyway, so that's why I voted for Chase.
People aren't playing strategically. Everybody wants to be emotional. That's fine. I'm with it. Not feeling it today, so like ready to get this on the move.
Why are you so angry?
Let's just keep it going because you just told me that we're stuck with Rockstar the rest of the season.
Oh. Okay, so obviously there was a lot of people that drew. It only left 5 votes, 5 potential votes out there by a score of 4-1.
I voted for Drew. Obviously, I put him up on the block, and he's been winning challenges week after week, and he's been a strong competitor. So I felt like it was time for him to go ahead and get out of here.
Drew, you had the nerve to say I should be on the bottom this week. That's your 3rd week trying it. And now you're gonna see what happens when you try Triana.
I voted for Drew. It's the smartest bet, to be honest. Whoever didn't vote for Drew, kind of stupid, to be honest. Well, sorry, Drew.
You too strong. You won 1 or 2 competitions. You in there, like as one of the last people every time. You gotta go. It's getting down to, you know, probably 6, 7 people soon, and you can't be one of them. So deuces, bro.
Drew does get eliminated. It's going to be interesting now moving forward. Tiffany, does she seek revenge? Is she going to be, you know, on fire now that, hey, her boo is gone?
I mean, you would think so, but at the same time, though, she could play the strategy of trying to, because, I mean, she doesn't have anybody at this point, so why not try to mingle with other people to create alliances to save herself to where she doesn't have to compete as hard.
What do you think?
You know, being a lonely island, that's exactly what you have to do. You've got to get in there and make some new friends. If your people are gone and it's a numbers game, you better get some numbers.
So how about the look of, wow, Drew wasn't expecting that one to hit him in the face as well when he gets deemed fake and eliminated.
His natural look?
Yeah.
Bewilderment.
Yeah. What? It's me?
Yeah. His natural look. He naturally looks stupid.
Well, it's going, oh my God. So
he must have really felt safe and comfortable before that happened for him to be so shocked.
Well, in all fairness to him too, he had not, I don't know that it would have helped per se, but because the green chip, the money chip was used, he had the least amount of time to mentally prepare for a debate to even try to dig up, because where they get some time beforehand, once the green chip's played, you're up and it's showtime. So he was definitely stuck in a predicament.
I know one thing, these goodbye messages. I can't wait to see Drew's stupid message, and I can't wait to see everybody else's
well,
too.
Drew's the one eliminated.
Knowing him, he'll probably make a goodbye message for himself.
Oh, well, that would be hilarious.
Y'all all backstabbing son of a guns. Really want to use a different word.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any that are going to be really crazy. What do you think? You think there's someone that's going to say, well, maybe Tiffany's might be a little bit, oh, you were so honorable, but now I got a target on my back type thing. Maybe, I don't know.
I love a goodbye message. I think, you know, they can go one of 2 ways. You can be real spiteful, you could be kind of funny, or you could kiss ass so that you can count on that vote when you need it, if you're also authentic and believable enough within that. So I like to see which way they're going to go. I think it says a lot about the person.
Well, I'm looking forward to see what Ron has to say, because on his watch, and even maybe Eric.
It's got to be Drew. Wow. Drew. Ooh. You got by lucky?
today, but not so lucky.
I'm excited, but there's only one way to find out. Let's take you down to the goodbye messages.
Drew, it was great playing with you. I wanted to take you along with the journey as long as possible. I thought we'd get to at least the Final Four together, and you're out. You know, you were a threat. You dominated a lot of things. Even when you didn't win, you could have won. So you're an awesome dude, and everything gonna be all right. And I'll try to take some people out for you along the way.
Goodbye, Drew. I was very surprised to end up having to go against you. And again, the reason I felt that I got it over you is you're the largest threat. I mean, you've been head up at every competition we've had. Everybody thought that you were probably going to be the one ending up winning the competition. You've done great the whole way, obviously. I don't know, maybe you could have spun it a little better in the debate to hopefully get things a little more in your favor.
Drew, you was cool. I ain't really talk to you, but I knew who your allies was, so it's still, I don't really mess with you, so goodbye.
I'm happy that Drew went home. It was a 4-1. It was supposed to be 9 people voting, so the 4 people did not. That was kind of a curveball right there, so did not expect that at all. But the way that it panned out was definitely how it should have, and I'm glad that everybody went the way that it did.
I'm glad we met. You know, you a good person, you got a good spirit and everything, so, you know, good luck in life and everything. But bye. Adios, bro.
All right, well, it's sad to see you go, but it definitely needed to be done. You were a big threat to everyone, but I definitely don't think I would ended up beating you. I don't know, I guess it's good luck from here. Bye.
Drewski, we knew this was gonna happen. You can't talk about Triana going home. Bad things happen when you do that. We've seen in the past, the last 3 people that came for Triana, they went home. So now you have to join the loser circle. It was nice having you here though, buddy. See you not soon.
Drew, last week you actually came to me and said, after putting me up, I'm not gonna vote for you. I'm gonna vote for Nick. I think me and you are the top dogs on here. We could take it to the end. I said, okay, you don't put me up on the block, I don't put you up on the block. You shouldn't have tried to trust the smartest guy on the game, Drew. Sorry it happened the way it did. It is what it is, and goodbye.
Bye, Drew. I love you. You did a great job. I wish you could still be here to play with me. But I have the upper hand now, so I'll win the money for us.
My baby's still in it. Hopefully she wins. You know, I'll see all y'all on the, you know, the final day, I guess.
Drew, you were the best, and I'm gonna win this for you, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. Fake it till you make it. I'm John.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Zet.
And there you have it. Some exciting, interesting goodbye messages for Drew.
How about Eric's smile at the end? I mean, that was when he says he'd do it for him.
He's been saying that a lot.
I love that Eric leaves those goodbye messages and really makes people feel like, I mean, that's management of how you're going to get those votes. I'm doing it for you, buddy.
And how about Tiffany? You know, she's going to win it for him. She's going to win it for them.
I'll win the money for us.
That was sickening. Ugh.
She said she was on top now, and I just am not understanding where exactly she thought she was on top of.
Of him later.
Right.
Oh.
That's the only thing I could think
That
of.
might be it. I mean,
Yeah, well, I don't understand that either, because clearly, but she doesn't know where everybody's numbers are. I mean, you know, if you really think about it, Triana and Ron both, Ron making the comment he'll take care of Tiffany for Drew was interesting.
That was such a nice gesture of Ron to do.
Oh, here, I knew that was coming. Yeah, Ron had a very interesting message. Clearly, it looks to me, and Triana also having a very clear and definite message that the king and queen of this game right now, in my opinion, King Ron and Queen Triana,
they're running the game.
And they're running the game, it looks like.
100%.
I mean,
she said, you mess with me, you get out. You've seen it, and you'll see it again. So, but
That's
from
true.
home, because you're gone now.
yeah, so she knows where she stands, and, you know, and Ron is, I mean, they're in the driver's seat. It's just going to be interesting to see how this train moving forward happens. You know, the biggest thing, which obviously you've experienced in the game of Big Brother, you know, the worst thing you can do is when you got a strong alliance you start getting either jealousy or something happens where a kink happens in that alliance and it falters. How many times have we seen that in so many different reality shows? Does it happen here? There's only one way to find out.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Can't
We
wait
got to
to see
see
you
what
all.
happens. Moving forward, what do you think? Is it going to be the rain for a long time?
Ron, I think, has a very big target. He needs to definitely make sure him or one of his alliance members are winning on a week-to-week basis, or I think he's in trouble.
I think at this point, Tiffany has to win. She has to win.
So you think she's the next target?
I do. I think that would be a very easy target for anyone in the house. Less blood on their hands. Just throw her up. She was a part of Drew. Drew had to go. Now that's another piece to that little puzzle.
We can't forget the fact that, to be honest with you, Tiffany's a phenomenal competitor too. I mean, she's just like Drew is a phenomenal competitor. It seems like there's not a competition she does bad. So at any given time, she could pull out a victory. I mean, she can even do 2 and 3 in a row and really start to turn some heads.
It's going to get interesting now.
Yeah, very exciting.
Okay, well, that wraps up week 5. Fake it till you make it. We have a lot of excitement, a lot of drama, and a lot of fun. Angela, thank you for joining our cast. And yes, Zach, she will be here for the remainder of the season.
Oh, I thought you were joking earlier.
I
Are you being
cannot
for real?
wait. I am a permanent fixture.
Can you not welcome the newest member to our Fake It Till You Make It family?
Fake it till you make it, Zach.
I definitely am reaching out to Brett for next week.
Oh, my God. Well, with all that being said, I'm John Potok.
I'm Angela Rockstar.
And I'm Zach Potok.
And we will see you next week on Fake It Till You Make It.